If you like what you see, why don't you think about subscribing? And make sure to check out my channel for videos just like this. What is going on, people? It's your boy Mrbucketlist, and once again we are back with Royal Caribbean. This time I'll be giving you all an honest review and tour of the Coco Beach Club within Perfect Day at CocoCay. Let's check it out. Now, before we get started with the official review, I think it's best to actually go into detail about what exactly is this Coco Beach Club. So the best way I look at it is it's going to be an exclusive or VIP experience found within Perfect Day at CocoCay. So what that basically means is if you go to Perfect Day at CocoCay, you're going to have access to food, to lounges, to beaches, things like that. But if you want a higher quality, higher tier experience, then you potentially want to look into the Coco Beach Club, because you're going to have basically an exclusive lunch that you can find nowhere on the ship and no other island but this island. You're going to have access to an infinity pool, to day beds, to particular drinks. Now this is an additional upcharge, so keep that in mind. But like I said, it's going to give you just that higher quality experience if you're looking for that type of thing. Alright, so my first major tip, and this is if you've already made your mind up that you're going to do the Coco Beach Club, ask your dinner attendant, and they're probably going to ask their head waiter, to go ahead and book your reservations for your lunch at the Coco Beach Club. And the reason why is if you all saw that long line when I first walked in, that's what all those people were doing. I didn't know it was an option until my dinner attendant told me. He was like, yeah, I'm just letting you know right now it's going to be a long line, and sure enough it was. So ask them if you're for sure that you know are going to get that Coco Beach Club. Go ahead and get it done before you go off the ship, maybe the night before, maybe a couple days before, just depending on your cruise, so you can avoid that line. Now, sticking with the food here, so you do, like I said, have a light breakfast when you first get there if you want to, and then the main thing is going to be your main lunch, which is like just a really exquisite meal. Now, when you're first going to sit down, they're going to give you two options. You can either sit under the covered area, which is going to be really crowded, or you can sit under the area that has like a beach view, but it's not covered. Now, ironically, when I was there, as you all can see, the weather wasn't that great. So I was like, you know what, I'll take the chance and I'll go ahead and get the beach view. It did end up raining as soon as I got my food, which is pretty funny, but thankfully they have their little umbrella, so you can just open up the umbrella and you'll be fine. And I strongly recommend to get the beach view so you can kind of have your own personal space and just have a nice view. And then, like anything cruise related, you can pick as much as you want from the menu. They start you off with this huge appetizer. Instead of you kind of picking and choosing what you want, they just give you the whole tray itself and just let you kind of pick from that. So I'll let him explain exactly what was on the menu for the appetizers. Check it out.
Here I have all the appetizers that are in your menu.
Okay.
Everything that is right is here in my hands.
Oh, cool. Okay.
So I have all of them.
Oh, wow.
Don't worry about what I'm gonna be up with.
Yeah, I was curious.
Everything
Okay.
here.
Wow.
So I have your shrimp cocktail, your sauce here, lemon. Ceviche is a sea bass marinated with cilantro, onion, corn, red pepper. Vegetable stick, pita bread. I have hummus made of chickpeas, contain garlic and olive oil. Baba ganoush made of apple spread, olive oil and garlic. Tzatziki made of Greek yogurt with olive oil and garlic.
Oh, wow.
Please enjoy.
Thank
Any
you.
other drink for you besides water, sir?
I was actually looking.
I enjoyed everything in that little box, and I didn't want to finish it all because I had an actual entree that was coming afterwards and a dessert. But it was a nice light fare that was just really good, really varied. I really enjoyed it. And then, as you all can see, for the entree, it was great. So what I ended up getting was I got the lobster, I got the filet mignon, I got the tiger shrimp, and then I got the fried lobster sandwich. So that's not a piece of chicken, that's a piece of fried lobster. And of course, they all came with dipping sauces and vegetables. Everything was just really good. Like, it literally was the best meal on my eight-day cruise. And then for the dessert, I ended up getting some rum cake, and then I got some chocolate brownie. Those are both really good as well. The rum cake was actually extremely strong, so I couldn't finish it, but if you're into that type of stuff, you'll probably like it. Now, as you all can probably tell, I thoroughly enjoy my meal. Now, it was ironic though, and this is something I really want you all to keep in mind. A day before this experience, I actually had a very similar meal, surf and turf at the main dining room that was included for all the guests without any type of upcharge. So like I said, keep that in mind because that's definitely going to come into play later on. Now it's time to go on to the infinity pool and the beach itself. So this is one of the big, I guess one of the big selling points for the Cocoa Beach Club is the infinity pool. At least on my particular cruise, because of the weather being so bad and the cruise ship just not being at full capacity, this actual pool itself never got packed. I think the most people I ever saw in it was about maybe 4 to 5 people. Like I said, obviously the weather is a big factor in that, but either way, it's never going to get that packed if you buy the Cocoa Beach Club. That's kind of the point of buying this option. Now, again, just like the lobster and the steak that I had on the ship also has an infinity pool. So again, I'm not really sure why that's a big selling point when you can go to the solarium for free and get into an infinity pool. So just kind of keep that in mind. And then another big selling point is the day bed. So once again, a huge tip is you want to try to get there as early as possible so you can actually get a day bed that's either in front of the pool or just a day bed in general, because there's not that many of them. I think there's maybe about 8 or 9 of them at the most. And they just people just walk past them, they drop their stuff off, and then they go in the pool, they go walk around. You know how people do when it comes to reserving stuff on cruise ships. It's no different here. So like I said, thankfully I was able to get a day bed. It was right on the edge, but it was a good spot where I wasn't around a bunch of just people walking back and forth, but I was able to get a good view. So that worked out really well. But once again, if you go to the ship, if you go to the solarium, they have day beds. On every Royal Caribbean ship I've been on, they've had really nice day beds that have really great views. So I'm a little curious about why this is a big selling point when you can access these type of features on the ship. Alright, so the next thing I want to speak about is the beach area. This is considered a private beach for people that either have a cabana or have the access to the Cocoa Beach Club. I mean, it's a beach, so it's not really much to say about it. The ironic thing is, of course, because the Perfect Day at CocoCay is so big, there's so many different beaches and so many different lagoons. If you feel like you're at a beach that's too crowded and you want to go to somewhere else that's less crowded, there's plenty of options to go to. So again, if you're basing on getting the Cocoa Beach Club because of this beach area, just don't, because there's so much more outside of it on the island. And then the last thing I want to speak on is going to be the cabanas themselves. Now, I did not purchase a cabana, so I can't really go into detail about it, but I was able to tour one and see exactly what it offered. And then, of course, I did my own research on the website. Now, a lot of people, they get the Cocoa Beach Club included with their cabana. If you're going to get a cabana, again, you have options. You can go to different parts of the other island, and the cabanas are going to be cheaper, just depending on the location. Or if you really just want to have like the kids chill in the cabana while you want to chill in the Cocoa Beach Club, that's an option as well. So like I said, they're there, they're nice, it's really cool. They have their little slides that go into the water. They have their own little concierge, butler, whatever you want to call them. They have their own little attendant. It's really cool, but they can get quite expensive depending on the season and when you book and the ship. It's so many factors that go into it, so just kind of keep that in mind. But that is an option to get a cabana, as well as the Cocoa Beach Club or one of the others. Really up to you. Now, before I go into my rating, I do want to say, if you all are curious about the island itself, I did do a full walkthrough of the island. It's called Everything at CocoCay, so that's on my channel. And then also the thrill park. I'm going to that a little bit later, but if you want to see the thrill part, the water part that's on CocoCay, I did a full video of that as well, showing everything that's there. So you'll have some options once you get done with this video, if you choose, to check out my channel and see some other things that you may be interested in. And then lastly, before I do throw the rating out there, I just want to give you all just some final thoughts as far as who I think this would be potentially good for. If you're not coming with a large family, just like the Key, if you do plan to get a cabana and you want to have your own separation time from the kids, they can maybe hang out in the cabana. You all can come to the Cocoa Beach Club. That's a good option. If you're coming on like a honeymoon or some special occasion and you really want that intimate feel on the island itself, again, that's another good option. It just really depends. If you've been here multiple times like me, you just want to find something new. There's so many different factors that can go into it. With that said, as far as my rating, this is maybe try it out. So the reason why I say that is it comes to the price. Ironically, when I was mentioning all those other things in the video, the day beds, the infinity pool, even the surf and turf meal at the dining room, I mean, you can literally find all these experiences to a lesser quality, but you can find all these experiences on the ship and include it. So it just, to me, it doesn't really make much sense to pay extra for this unless you just really want that higher tier experience. Now, I did enjoy my time, but I will tell you all, I actually was upset after I came back from our cruise because I actually paid probably the highest amount you can pay for this experience. And then I get online, I see people saying, oh, they paid $40 or $50 and this and that. I'm just like, you gotta be kidding me. So I would only strongly recommend this if you can find a good deal like that for maybe 40, 50, 60. I wouldn't pay any more than $60 for this experience. I mean, it's not worth it to me in my opinion, especially when you have bad weather like I did. It just really puts a hamper on the experience as a whole. So keep that in mind. But other than that, like I said, obviously I just made this video so you all can make your own opinions and figure out if it's worth it or not for you. Again, I don't mind spending extra money as long as I'm able to help other people out. So hopefully my goal worked and you all were able to make a good decision. If you were, leave a comment if this was helpful. And like I said, check out those other videos I made on the island itself if you need to find some other things. And I do want to mention the thrill park is a great option for kids. So if you're someone that doesn't mind spending that extra money for a great experience, my best recommendations were, I would say, for you and your wife or you and your partner, whoever you're with, you all should go to the Cocoa Beach Club, and then maybe have your kids go to the thrill park, and you all can kind of do your own thing and have different experiences, but at the same time you all are both still having a really good time. That would be my best recommendations if your budget allows it. Other than that, again, I hope you all enjoyed this video, and I'll see you soon. It's your boy Mr. Bucket List. Peace out. Thanks for watching the video. If you like what you saw, please check out my channel for more videos just like this. Make sure to hit that subscribe button. Until then, I'll see you next time. Peace.